Far out in the cold darkness of space, the James Webb Space Telescope has just spotted something that has left scientists shaking their heads in fear and amazement. This new discovery is not just strange, it's terrifying. What Webb saw challenges everything we thought we knew about the universe. It's so mysterious that some experts are calling it the most chilling space find in history. At first, the telescope was simply scanning a region of deep space, an area so far away that light has been traveling for billions of years just to reach us. But then, in the middle of the endless black, a strange object appeared. It was unlike any star, planet, or galaxy we've ever seen. Its shape, its glow, even the way it moved, none of it made sense. The images came back sharper and clearer than anything captured before. Webb's powerful mirrors revealed that the object seemed to pulse, like a heartbeat, sending out waves of energy across the cosmos. These waves were strong, strange, and unsettling, almost like a signal. Could it be natural or something else? Scientists first thought it might be a dying star, collapsing under its own weight, but the data showed something different. The object was too stable, too controlled, almost as if it was designed. This made researchers whisper the unthinkable. Could this be proof of something artificial in space? The more they studied it, the stranger it became. The object was surrounded by a glowing cloud of gas and dust, but at its center was a perfect dark circle, darker than anything Webb has ever recorded. It looked like a hole in reality itself, swallowing light in a way that even black holes don't. Even more shocking, the object seemed to move ever so slightly against the backdrop of distant galaxies. It was not fixed in one place like a star. It was traveling, slowly, steadily. It was drifting across space, leaving behind faint trails of energy that Webb picked up like fingerprints in the void. Then came the most terrifying detail. The object appeared to be headed in our direction. At its current speed, it would take millions of years to reach us. But the idea of something so massive and unknown moving through space toward Earth sent shivers down the spine of every scientist who saw the data. Some experts suggested it might be a new kind of star or even a hidden type of black hole never seen before. Others, more cautious, refused to give it a name at all. They said it was too soon, too dangerous, to jump to conclusions. Yet one thing was certain, this object does not behave like anything we understand. The waves of energy it sends out are being studied non-stop. Some patterns even look like repeating signals, almost like a code. This has sparked heated debates. Is the object alive? Or is it some sort of creation by an advanced intelligence beyond our imagination? The James Webb Telescope has unlocked many secrets since its launch. But this discovery may be the one that changes everything. What lies out there in the endless dark may not only be beyond science, it may be beyond human understanding itself. As more data poured in, the mystery only grew. Scientists noticed that every time the object pulsed, galaxies around it seemed to shimmer faintly, almost as if reality itself was bending. This effect was unlike anything ever recorded. Some experts suggested the object might be warping space and time in ways we cannot yet explain. When researchers tried to compare it with known phenomena, nothing matched. It was not a neutron star, not a pulsar, not a quasar, and not a black hole. It was something entirely new. One astronomer even admitted in a press briefing, "It feels like we are staring at something we were never meant to see." The strangest part came when the energy waves were converted into sound frequencies. What they heard sent chills down everyone's spines. It didn't sound random. It sounded rhythmic, almost like a deep cosmic hum. Some described it as a slow, haunting beat that echoed like a drum in the darkness of space. Theories exploded across the scientific community. Some believe this could be the first evidence of a new cosmic object, one born from conditions at the very beginning of the universe. Others thought it might be an advanced civilization creating something far beyond our technology. And then there were those who quietly admitted the possibility that it could be a warning. NASA and other space agencies decided to keep some of the information classified. Not everything Webb saw was released to the public. This decision sparked countless rumors online, with many people asking, what are they hiding from us? If the discovery was harmless, why keep it a secret? Behind closed doors, researchers studied the energy waves more carefully. To their shock, some of the patterns lined up with mathematical codes, numbers that repeated in a way that looked intentional. Could this object actually be sending a message? If so, who or what was it meant for? Some scientists warned against trying to answer it. If the object was intelligent, or if it was built by intelligence, reaching out could be dangerous. What if by listening, we had already been noticed? What if the pulsing waves were not just signals, but scans? Meanwhile, new images taken by Webb revealed even more unsettling details. Around the object, faint structures began to appear, shapes that looked like colossal arcs or rings, stretching across light years. Were these natural formations or something far more advanced? A few brave astronomers suggested that the object might not be a natural body at all, but a machine. A cosmic structure so large and so powerful that it could harvest the energy of stars. If true, this would mean we were staring at technology millions of years ahead of us. One thing became clear. Whatever this object was, it was not silent. It was active, alive, in some sense, and possibly aware. And as the James Webb Telescope continued to watch, humanity realized we had uncovered something we might not yet be ready to face. Then came the breakthrough that changed everything. After months of careful analysis, researchers noticed that the pulses from the object were not only rhythmic, they were counting down. The intervals between the waves were shrinking slowly but surely, like a ticking clock in the void. This discovery sent waves of fear through the scientific community. What could it be counting down to? The countdown theory was dismissed at first as coincidence, but when the timing aligned with cosmic events around it, no one could deny the truth. Nearby stars flickered and dimmed every time the pulses grew stronger, as if the object was feeding on their energy. Something was happening out there, and it was building toward a climax. One of the Webb's most chilling images showed the object surrounded by collapsing fragments of dead stars. They seemed to be drawn toward it, torn apart by invisible forces. Scientists whispered that this object wasn't just moving, it was consuming. The question no one wanted to ask became impossible to avoid. Is this thing a natural cosmic predator? Could it be traveling across galaxies, feeding on stars, planets, and maybe even civilizations? If so, humanity may not just be an observer, we may be on its path. Some researchers compared the data to ancient records. Strangely, civilizations throughout history have written myths about dark stars or hungry gods that devoured the heavens. Could those legends have been distant sightings of the same thing we now see with Webb? The possibility was as terrifying as it was fascinating. Governments rushed to form secret panels, debating whether the public should ever be told the full truth. A discovery like this could shake faith, science, and the future of humanity all at once. For now, only fragments of information were released, just enough to spark curiosity, but never enough to reveal the fear behind closed doors. Meanwhile, Webb kept watching. And then it happened. The object pulsed harder than ever before. The energy waves were so strong they temporarily disrupted instruments on Earth. Radios went silent, satellites glitched, and for a brief moment, humanity felt the touch of something from billions of light years away. Experts say this was no accident. It was deliberate. The object had grown louder, clearer, impossible to ignore. Almost as if it wanted us to know it was there. Almost as if it wanted us to listen. Now, the world waits. Scientists continue to decode the signals, but the truth remains hidden in the cold darkness of space. Is it a dying star screaming its last breath, or a machine built by an ancient intelligence beyond our comprehension? Nobody knows. What we do know is this. The James Webb Space Telescope has seen something out there. Something vast, powerful, and terrifying. And whatever it has already changed the way humanity looks at the universe, because we are no longer asking if we are alone. We are asking what is coming.